Hello everyone, so today we are going to talk about the open circuit, short circuit and blue test for the transmission line. So for the open circuit, what is needed, I would like to connect the power line, transmission line, and I will open the receiving end voltage, and I will try to measure the open circuit voltage. Before start doing that, I would like to show you the model that we are going to use. This model has 5 different sections of pi. They are connected in series. And the length for this transmission line is 375 kilometers. So each section has 75 kilometers. As you are seeing, these are the ratings for the transmission line. The line voltage is 208, the current is 1 ampere, the frequency is 60, and the resistance is 0.0947 ohm per kilometer. The inductance is 1.33 millihenry per kilometer, and the capacitance is 0.0088 microfarad per kilometer. So what am I going to do right now? I'm going to connect my model to the power supply. I'm going to use only one single phase because I have balanced the 3-phase system, so it doesn't matter if I'm using single phase or 3-phase. For simplicity, I'm going to use single phase. So I'm going to connect phase C to the power supply, and this neutral is connected to this guy, so the power supply is feeding my sending in voltage. Now, for the receiving end voltage, I would like to leave it open, and I would like to measure its voltage, and I would like to measure the sending end current. So for measuring the sending end current, what I have to do, I will change this guy by a wire that I could put in between a multimeter for measuring the current. So this guy is my multimeter for measuring the current. And at the same time, I would like to measure the phase voltage. So this guy is measuring the phase voltage for the sending end. And by the same way, I'm going to measure the receiving end voltage, which is phase voltage. So I'm going to connect the multimeter in parallel because I'm measuring the voltage. So this guy is measuring the voltage. Now I'm going to switch on, turn it on, and I'm going to change the value of the voltage till I reach to the required voltage that I need for the sending end and for the receiving end. I need the receiving end voltage to be 80 volts. And I need at the same time to measure the phase shift. That's why I'm going to use this guy for measuring the phase shift between the voltage and the current for the sending end. So I'm going to change the value of the voltage till I reach it to the required voltage. This is in case of, for the first part, which is the open circuit test. For the second part, which is the short circuit test, I'm going to repeat the same story, but instead of leaving this guy opened, I'm going to add the short circuit here. So this guy, I didn't make any change. This guy will be the short circuit, but I would like to measure the short circuit current. That's why I'm using 2 wires, because I will connect this guy here to measure the current in series. And I repeat the same story. I will try to change the value of the voltage and measure the sending end voltage and the sending end current, and at the same time the sending end, the receiving end current. For last one, we are going to use the load for measuring the receiving end power and the sending end power. And the load that I'm going to use, I'm going first to use resistive loads, and then I'm going to use resistive inductive load. I'm going to connect this resistance in parallel with this one. For the loads, we are going to use the three-phase loads. So I'm going to connect this guy to this guy, because I would like them to be connected in parallel. So I will connect it that way. And also this guy to this guy. Then it is connected star. So this guy will be connected to this. And this guy will be connected to this. Now, this will be my loads. So these three are connected star. So these three are connected star. So, which are those? I'm feeding my load by the current through these three terminals. So I need to use this phase connected to this phase, this one to this one, and the last one, which is this to this, but I need multimeter to measure the current. That's why I'm going to connect this guy to this guy, but in between I'm going to use multimeter for measuring the current. And at the same time, I would like to measure the phase voltage. So I'm going to connect this guy to the multimeter that's used for measuring the voltage. And I will connect this neutral to this guy, and I will connect the power supply. Again, I have three different phases: phase A to phase A, phase B to phase B, and phase C to phase C. But in between, for phase C, I need to connect. In between, for phase C, I need to connect multimeter for measuring the current, which is this guy. And at the same time, I need to connect multimeter for measuring the phase voltage, which is descending end voltage, which is this guy. Now I connected my circuit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change the value of the voltage till I reach it to the required voltage. This is in case of we are talking about RL connected in parallel. If we are talking about only R, so what I have to do, I will disconnect this part and I'll keep only the resistive. This is what's needed for today's day. Thank you.